Paul Pierce reveals that child support is a scam. Oh, yes, we're going to get into it, man. Welcome to No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G, back at you on another episode of Running with you. And tonight we got to run about this clip I came across. And Paul Pierce is saying that child support is a scam, man. I haven't seen this clip. We're going to react to it together. Let's get right into it, man.
Who's 36. She just married a 25-year-old.
Oh, damn.
She married Drake romantically. She only wanted him for child support and always intended to marry someone else. Drake reportedly pays her around $700,000 per month in child support.
Fucking way.
And so she was on the podcast like, yeah, I just did this for the come up. I just wanted, because she's a porn star. So she was like, I just, had sex with him, whatever the case is, kept the baby because I wanted to have that money monthly and I knew that I wanted to marry.
$700,000 a month for a child is ridiculous.
It is.
Come on, man. We need to change these laws, man. This is getting out of control. What the baby needs $700,000 for? Like bottles and diapers and milk ain't costing $700,000 a month.
And now she's cracking because she gets to marry the love of her life. And she got $700,000 coming in.
Yeah, that's
from
7.5.
another man.
That's 8. What is that? That's 8.4. 8.4 a year? Damn.
I can't believe that shit. No way that shit real. I seen that. I don't think I seen a clip, but I seen a headline of that she said, she always just wanted to have a baby by Drake, but Drake wasn't the guy that she wanted to settle down with for security purposes. I thought that was fake. You can't just trust everything you read online, but $700,000 a month, no way, no court ordered that. I don't even think Elon Musk would have to pay that if he was on child support. Like, that is crazy. Now, I didn't heard 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, but 700? You crazy? I really think it should be a cutoff when it comes to child support. Even if the man is well off and rich, I do believe the child still will, by proximity of being around the child's father I do believe the child will still kind of inherit the father's lifestyle, Now, if you're just a whole complete deadbeat, then that's different. But assuming the guy has, the child, on most weekends or whatnot, just that alone, the child is going to be getting the father's, lifestyle, and he's going to have a advantage in life when it comes to, nepotism, but every time he's with the father, he'll be experiencing these things. He's going to be in a very good school, or she's going to be in a very good school. They're going to have a lot of, other things that the father is going to take care of as far as, entertainment wise and leisure wise and things of that nature. Going to have good doctors. So I think, to me, it should be capped off at least a good $5,000-$6,000. I don't think these women need no $20,000, because at that point it ain't even much child support. It's supporting a whole nother family. Like these women are getting $20,000, $10,000, $15,000, and yes, the child is well taken care of, but they are well taken care of. And I just believe that when the relationship is not there anymore, the women don't need that much money. Like, their lifestyle don't need to be provided as well. Just because they have a kid with this man, it ain't about being selfish. It's just about being fair. Like, come on now, $700,000. Let's see how much that is a year. 700,000 times 12. That's 8.4 a year. That's crazy.
8.4 a year.
I bet you he ain't slipping up again. Drake is probably not playing that shit no more. He probably like, fuck no, I'm not about to get caught up with this.
Here you go, 8 million. Here you go for the year. That's wild.
That's probably not nothing to him. But
that show you that he make a lot of
money. He makes a lot of money.
A lot of money.
So yeah, so she basically was like, I'm married. She remarried to a guy who is 11 years younger than her.
Oh yeah. Her little boy toy.
Well, they're married, so it's more than just a boy toy.
That's gonna be a phase. I'm telling you.
Maybe.
That's gonna, cause he young. He gonna get popping. Cause he gonna be known for, hey,
okay. Now, a lot of women are gonna see this exception to the rule with this woman who, I think she was a stripper, got pregnant by Drake, still got married, you know, getting just her life provided for her from a rich man, and then on top of that, marrying a quote unquote love of her life, and she's older, married to a younger guy who's like 11 years younger than her, and just feel like, oh well, if she did it, I can do it too. You know, as long as these rappers, these athletes keep perpetuating, you know, the same, oh well, a woman could do this and do that and still be taken care of. Look at Ari, look at Kim Kardashian. Look at Drake baby mama. Look at Cardi B. You could still be a stripper. You could still have a high body count. You could still wear revealing clothes. You could still, you know, portray yourself in a certain manner and still land a high value man and all that. Like, as long as these dudes keep on doing these things, it's never gonna change. We just gonna keep being in a limbo. We just gonna keep being in a limbo in the dating market. You know? These dudes out here getting the worst type of females pregnant. I really believe, I truly believe, even if you were a guy like Drake, Paul Pierce, who else? Jordan, Michael B. Jordan, even if you a guy on these levels, I don't think you need to be paying child support no more than $5,000. I think it literally should be a cap off. Now, a lot of people feel like child support should come on a card, and this card should be able to only be spent at certain stores for only certain, you know, child things. I don't know. That's going to be kind of hard to just do, you know, like a food stamp card. Yeah, you can only spend it at, it'll always be a way around all this stuff. And at the end of the day, dog, money is going to flow and money is going to go around, you know. So long as that child needs are met, it don't really matter if you giving, you know, the money right directly to her in her hand and she go do what she want with it. You know, you could give the money right there in her hand, that same money that you put in her hand, she could go get her hair done with. That don't really matter to me, because as long as the child is taken care of, that's all that matters. But what I'm talking about is that it should be a cap on the amount of money if it is child support. Now, one thing about child support, it does give you the benefit of cutting communication that would be turning into a toxic situation, you know, because I was just talking to my friend about this the other day, maybe yesterday, I believe. Let me see if I can find. Let me see. Okay, so Jacquees was opening up about deciding to place himself on child support. I'd rather the rules be in place so everything can be smooth. And I was telling my friend that I agree with him. A lot of times men, if they put themselves on child support first and beat it, the woman to the punch, things could be ironed out a little bit more smoother for them. You know, because if you go to these family courts and then sit down with a mediator and all that, the family system isn't designed in the man's favor. And I always tell young dudes, hey, look, if you've been taking care of your child for like 2-3 years, and you know, you always had a feeling like, man, just in case my girl or just in case my baby mama put me on child support, let me just go ahead on and, you know, keep all these receipts saying, oh, I've been taking care of my child. All this is documented. I'm telling these dudes, I'm like, man, look, you gonna go down to the courthouse and they all gonna tell you, hey, all this stuff you did for your child, all these receipts you got, they're gonna consider that as a gift. All this stuff is considered a gift, you know. So I always say, man, it's best to just go put yourself on child support, take the L, and hopefully you ain't got no baby mama that's gonna ask for rears. Hopefully you ain't got no baby mama that, as you know, make more money throughout the year, she ain't trying to go back and ask for more. So long as you're doing your part that's required, you good. Because I do my part that was required and then some. Like my child has experiences that other people, let alone people won't experience in their life. My child had been to Disney World. My child then rode on the helicopter, went to the Smithsonian Museum in DC. My child indoor skydiving, went to New York City in Times Square and stuff like that. Like my child then had a lot of different, experiences provided for him outside of child support. And like I say, man, my child support worked out good for me because I got put on child support when I was unemployed. So I got hit with the minimum, but my child's mother never went back and just asked for increases or asked for rares because I was always doing my part and I was always there. So it also depends on the person you have a child with. So a lot of men, we got to take accountability on who we laying down with and who we having unprotected sex with, especially if you know goddamn well you've been clapping them cheeks and you skeeting up in these buns, But I told him I agree with that Jacquees thing, placing himself on child support. I said I agree in the right circumstance. It cuts out communication that possibly turns toxic, and it's a flat, stable, steady pay system, not nothing up or down. Nowhere for expectations, might not meet the reality for what the father has going on at the time being, again, in the right, fair circumstance. So I was just saying that because sometimes what a female might be expecting, it might not be the reality of what she want, at this certain time, had you not be on child support, because 1 week she might be saying, oh yeah, I need $150. The next week she probably need $300. It'll be up and down. To whereas when you got child support, you got a steady pay and it just coming right out your check and it's going straight direct to her. So that cut out a lot of communication that would be turned into arguments, Like I say, in my circumstance, it worked out fine because I was hit with the minimum when I was unemployed, and my child's mother never went back and asked for increases or, asked for rare pay, because I did what I was supposed to do that was required and then some, But I really feel like, I think that a lot of people don't make $5,000 in a month, So if a man is required to pay $5,000 in child support a month for his child alone, that is more than enough for a child, and that's on top of whatever the mother is bringing to the table because she should be working too. Let's go ahead on and get into this Paul Pierce thing he got going on with his child's mother. Here's why Paul baby mother needs $30K a month to take care of a newborn. Now, this was something that was reported on Paul Pierce when it comes to child support. Paul Pierce says he's been voluntarily paying child support, but his baby mother says it's nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. $30,000 a month. Nowhere near enough. And mind you, this is a newborn. Some people don't even make $30,000. Some people make $30,000 in a year. Adults. And they got to take care of themselves. But for whatever reason, these women are thinking that it's not enough for a kid. Princess Santiago is asking the judge to order $30,000 a month in child support plus $100,000 in attorney fees. Paul Pierce, however, says he's already been voluntarily paying $5,000 a month and argues the proper amount should be closer to 41, 45. See what I'm saying? I said 5,000. Paul Pierce, according to his calculations, he said $4,145 is it should be enough. But he was paying 5,000. You know, he was voluntarily paying 5,000. So I guess Paul Pierce agreed with me. He also claims Princess earns more than $400,000 a year, disrupting her claim of limited financial resources. See, a female gonna always try to downplay what she is already making to get extra added on top of that from the child's father to pay for the quote unquote child. You know, and they gonna always try to use something. Oh, this ain't enough. I need a child. I need child support and get me a new car. The baby got to get to school. Oh, this ain't enough. I need child support, get my hair done. I need to be looking right for these parent teacher conferences. Oh, this ain't enough. I need child support to go or take him on a trip. The baby need to go on a trip. We need to go all the way out here. You know, like all these bullshit reasons to justify why they need more money. From a family law standpoint, child support is generally based on the statutory guidelines, each parent's income, parenting time, and the child's needs, not simply the amount one parent requests. What do y'all think? Should courts follow the child support guidelines strictly, or should a wealthy parent's lifestyle play a bigger role determining in child support? Is $30,000 too much? I think that child support is a good system for a man to just, you know, cut out would-be toxic communications with his child's mother. And I also think it's a good system for just straight, flat out deadbeat men. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna get on these women and make these women accountable, but I'm gonna get on the men and make them accountable too. It's some men who are just literal deadbeats out here. It's some men that try not to get a job because they don't want their social security following them, and they don't want money taken out their check because they already don't want to work, and they be damn if they working and on top of that money just getting took out their check and going to their kids' moms that they no longer with. You know, and to spite the mama that much, they won't work, and that'll mess up, you know, the kids getting their needs. And some of them times they don't have a relationship with their kids because the mother. Me personally, I never agreed to that. If you had a kid with somebody, you got to take accountability and step up to the plate. No matter how much you don't like this woman, you got to raise your kids and be there for your kids. You know, so deadbeat fathers, I definitely think that they need to be put on child support, you know. And if a woman want to ask for the rears, if a woman want to ask for the increase, then you brought that on yourself ducking her. You know, it's almost like ducking the IRS when, you know, you got to make some payments when you in debt. If you communicating with them, they'll work with you. But once you start ducking them, you're going to have to face the consequences. They're going to start garnishing your wages. But I don't know what y'all think down in the comment section below, man. What do y'all feel about child support when it comes to, you know, the men making a lot of money, and these females are requesting a lot of money because that, and they want to live the lifestyle of the man, you know, not the kid living a lifestyle of the man, but they want to live the lifestyle of the man. Do y'all feel like it should be a cap? And if it is a cap, how much y'all think the cap should be? Like, if you're a millionaire or a man that's well off, how much y'all think that cap should be? 4,000 a month, 5,000 a month, maybe even 10,000 a month. Let me know what y'all feel like. And men who out here who kind of like got any advice for any other men when it comes to child support, go ahead on and leave a comment in the comment section below, and feel free to give some game. I'm trying to have a community here where people could, you know, share thoughts, ideas, and advice. Other than that, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what you're waiting on. Until next time, I'm out.